What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Lucius Gray, and today we're gonna be doing episode 2 of the Where Are They Now for the F.A.I.T.H Jegnas. And today we have a guest. Lance Hill is gonna be coming on today. Come on in.
Nice to meet you, man. How you doing, bro? How you doing?
What's up, Lance?
How you doing today, man?
I'm good. You?
Great, man. Great. Living life as usual.
That's great. All right, so we got a few questions. I mean, I wouldn't say a few, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so tell people, what's your name?
My name is Lance, man. I'm 24, turning 24. And F.A.I.T.H has been good to me, you know what I mean? I'm living life, doing stuff that I should normally do as a father as well. Got 2 kids, things of that nature, yeah.
So where did you grow up, primarily?
Was born in Staten Island, but moved to Brooklyn when I was 1.
Okay. What was your childhood like?
It was rough, I'll say rough. Dealing with a lot of stress and stuff as a kid. You know, people won't say that, but I'm strong enough and confident enough to say that my childhood was rough.
Okay. So who were the people you looked up to growing up?
I looked up to my father and my mother. Usually did stuff with myself, but I still looked up to them. My grandfather, my grandmother, you know, parents that I usually don't even parent, but they're still parents.
So what were some hard things you went through when you were younger?
When I was younger, being by myself a lot. I didn't like it, but I also loved it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I wanted to be around people.
Okay. So, what was your life before F.A.I.T.H?
Let's say I went to jail 3 years. It was not fun. It was not a fun experience at all. No, it wasn't. I had to worry about where I was eating, where I was getting the money from to eat. Wonder if anybody was going to come to me and see what's up, how I was doing and stuff like that. But nobody really was doing that, so I had to learn on my own.
Nice. What were some problems or struggles you were dealing with back then?
Like anger issues, learning how to control myself, emotions, things that I'm learning how to do now.
Did you feel like you needed help or guidance at that time?
Yeah, but I didn't know who to turn to. That was the only question. Because I got into foster care when I was 5, so it was like, you know, things were rough.
So what were you hoping would change in your life?
I was hoping that I would learn how to control my anger issues at a certain point in time, because, you know, that will lead to your downfall as a man, you know, not controlling your emotions.
So how were things going for you during that time?
During that time, it was rough, because I had to always resort to anger, and I didn't want to do that.
So, upon finding F.A.I.T.H, how did you first hear about it?
A very good friend, if he joins the podcast, Javon, you know, Terrell too. Shout out to my man Terrell. You see him first episode. Yeah, those 2 put me on.
Okay. So why did you decide to come to F.A.I.T.H?
Because, you know, sometimes we need a change of perspectives. You know, you always think, oh, this one perspective is good for yourself, but no, you go somewhere else and you change your whole mindset of how you think and stuff like that. So yeah.
So what do you remember about the first time you came?
My first time, oh man, I remember Kenny. It was when I think Wednesday was the first time I came. And Kenny was teaching, and I was learning from him, and he looked at me, he said, I got potential, but you have to be on the right mind to even accept the knowledge that I'm giving you. And I kept on learning from there.
So how did F.A.I.T.H make you feel when you first joined?
First joined, I was hesitant to come, but when I first joined, it was like, I should start coming here more often.
Did anything happen there that really stuck with you?
Mostly like when we're focused on like Wednesdays when we're focusing on the real world occurring events and
Right.
what's going on between us and the outer world. Yeah, that.
So now, did being part of faith change anything in your life?
Yeah, now that I'm a father, and them kids is a blessing. Cause if I hadn't joined faith and became a father, I wouldn't be the same person I am today.
What is something you learned while being part of faith?
Something I learned not to pay attention to like
The negative.
the negative, yeah, not the negative. Because if you pay attention to the negative is gonna follow you wherever you go. So
Right. Did it change how you think about being a father?
yeah, I don't have to react. Only if my kids is in danger or something, then I only have to react or try to protect them in any way I can.
What is one thing you started doing differently?
Thinking before I react.
Explain more.
Thinking before I react. That's it. Just currently, I had a problem to where my kids were in school. Usually I'll react before I'll say like, "Where's the kids?" If somebody else got them, and I'll react. But I said first. I told my wife or my fiance, "Where's my kids?" She's like, "They got them, but they was playing around." But I was like, "You can't play around like that."
Right.
I'm the one to react. But I told her it was okay because they had them. So it was like I didn't react and come over here. Cause I live in the Bronx also, so it's like a whole child would come on.
So when did you realize your life was starting to change?
When I had, when I had my first kid, and when I started realizing that everybody is not for me. Like the vibes, I could read energy, and when I read that and tell somebody's not for me, that's how I knew I had to change my life.
So, life now. What does your life look like today?
My life concerns of taking care of my kids, doing what I should do for myself and my kids and my wife, fiance. We're getting married soon though. But yeah, and preparing myself for when the kids.
So, what kind of work do you do now?
I work for Amazon. I'm planning on going to a mechanic school. Yeah.
What are you proud of in your life today?
That I learned how to control my actions or reactions while dealing with tough situations. And I'm proud of having my kids because, I would be the same Lance I was like 15 years ago, you know what I mean? That wasn't a good me. But
So, what keeps you going when things get hard, other than your wife and children?
the fact that I can keep on being resilient, push on, and keep on doing stuff even when times get tough.
What makes you happiest these days?
My other than my wife and my children, playing video games and playing with my nephews. Yeah.
So, family. What does being a father mean to you now?
Family. Being a father, I want my kids to have stuff that I didn't have growing up. Like, I want to take my kids everywhere. I want to take my kids some places that I didn't even go as a young. And I can enjoy it with them, having the fun times and the memories before I even get old and say, "Yo, I couldn't do this for you, I couldn't do that for you, now I'm doing it."
So, what kind of example do you try to set for your kids?
I want to be a good role model for my kids. I want them to learn discipline, routine, those type of things. Because when God forbid, if I pass or not, they will know how to respect, how to have discipline, when time to wake up, when time to go to sleep, and teach their own kids that as well.
So what lessons do you want your kids to learn from you?
For me, let me see, because there's a lot, but I don't want to take up the time, but respect is earned, not given, and don't listen to everybody's negativity, because everybody's negativity is not good negativity here. There's different types of negativity as well. There's good negativity, the one you could like take back and break down as good, like, you know what I mean, to listen to that. And there's certain negativity that's just like, don't listen to, because you know it's bad for you. But I want my kids to learn the good negativity, like criticism. That's what I'm trying to say, criticism. Like, you gotta take criticism. That's all I would say to my kids, because if you can't take that, you're not a man or a woman at the end of the day.
So how do you spend time with your family?
Going to the park, picnic when it's good. Sometimes they want to play in the rain, I go in the rain with them. Yeah, family hours, like watch TV, doing different things now.
So what do you enjoy most about being a father?
Taking my kids, or taking care of my kids. Like, they're a blessing in disguise, you know what I mean? 'Cause I didn't have love when I was growing up. I had to deal with everything on my own. So I want my kids to feel like they're doing everything on their own. So I just be like there and spending time with them. When they're sick, I feed them, like feed them their favorite food, but also feed them soup in case they want soup. You know what I mean? When they're sick. That's the.
Now, get into reflection. When you look back, what has changed the most in your life?
The way that people look at me. Like, the perspective of them is, oh, I want you to do for me, I want you to do for me. But meanwhile,
If it doesn't benefit you.
It doesn't benefit me, they don't give me nothing back.
Right.
Or that's why I even told my parents, if you're not going to do nothing for me, I'm going to just keep on saving money myself, so that way I have me for me and my kids. Because y'all supposed to be giving me money for the kids. I'm not supposed to be giving y'all money for y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all, this is y'all grandkids. I don't have to feel like everything I have to ask you for. I have it, so why am I spending your money when I have money on myself? Or people being stingy in general. You can't be stingy and you want stuff.
Right. So what lessons have you learned from your journey?
Sometimes making sacrifices is good for a man, because that way you'll learn from the hardships of your sacrifices. Respect is definitely earned, not given. But like I said, and also change is also good for yourself and your soul.
So what do you hope people learn from your story?
That even through hard times, you'll still see the light at the end of the tunnel.
So what kind of future do you want for your children?
A future where they go to college, learn different things, learn different languages like I do. I learned 3-4 different languages, different things. Like, go to Japan, travel, travel the world.
So, closing out, if you could give advice to someone going through what you went through, what would you tell them?
I'm not going, because some of this might make people like upset, but sometimes going through stuff yourself is really going to bring you to be stronger, not weaker. The things I went through wasn't easy, but things will get better for you if you go through things by yourself.
Well, thank you, Lance. Thank you.
No problem, man.
Oh, man. Well, I hope you guys like that interview. And I hope you guys want to see more. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.